Halloween Horror Nights 34 is officially halfway over. I'm taking a look at my Midpoint house rankings for this year's event. In part 1, I ranked the bottom 5. Now, let's take a look at my top 5 houses for this year. I'm putting Five Nights at Freddy's right at number 5. I absolutely love this house and I love going through it every time I'm at the event. Putting it at number 5 is not an indication that I think it's mid. The animatronics are amazing, the set design is fantastic, but from a scare perspective, it's definitely not the strongest house. Honestly, it didn't even need to be. The way they took the source material and created something memorable was enough for me. At number 4, I'm putting El Artista. This was another tough ranking because this house is absolutely stunning. From a set design perspective, I think this is one of Universal's strongest showings ever. The Spanish architecture throughout the house was thoughtfully and thoroughly executed, and there were some great scares as well. Overall, it's one of the more well-rounded houses of the year. At number 3, I'm going to put HHN. The set design and the effects in this house were incredible. This house is based on a scene from last year's Slaughter Cinema 2, and I honestly hope that we see more HHN material at future Horror Nights events, similar to what we've seen from other originals, such as Dead Exposure or Psychoscarapy. This one's just flat out awesome. At number 2 is Jason Universe. Up until this week, I probably would have ranked this one lower, only because I'd only been through it one time and I didn't get the best run through. But this week, I went through it for a second time and it instantly climbed up to the top of my rankings. The scares in this house are worth the wait time alone. There were 2 Jasons specifically that popped right out at me and got so close that I could actually feel them breathing on me. Weird, but made for a great house for someone who doesn't get scared easily in the houses. And that long hallway scene at the end, iconic. And finally, at number 1 is going to be Terrifier. I'm actually very surprised that when I did a community poll earlier this week asking people to guess my favorite house, nobody guessed Terrifier. So I was a little shocked. I'm a huge fan of Art the Clown. I love that Damien Leone pulled inspiration from the Charlie Chaplin era to create this character. Each of the iconic scenes pulled from the 3 movies is faithfully recreated. The smells are the strongest and most disgusting in the history of Halloween Horror Nights, but yet you leave the house with this big grin on your face, and a little parting gift to help with the Florida humidity, as long as you choose the wet path. It's easily my favorite haunted house this year, and very likely one of my absolute favorites of all time. There's still 1 month left to experience Halloween Horror Nights 34 at Universal Orlando, and my top 5 could very likely shift between now and then. What are your thoughts on this year's Halloween Horror Nights? Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for even more content from Halloween Horror Nights and beyond. See you next time.